Great Monday morning, you all. How are you all doing? This is your girl Shan. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Some of y'all probably looking at me right now from the comforts of your home. Some of y'all may be on the way to work and some of y'all may be at work. But I gotta do my good old church announcement, right? Got to let you know about Marriage Mondays with the Kings. That will be tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on KRGN 98.5 FM The Rock. Now, we did no longer two but one divorce. And to me, that is funny. That title sounds like an oxymoron. However, we received overwhelming response to that show. Y'all heard me? Oh my God. Not just, me and my husband, but the special guest that was on. So guess what? We're going to do a part 2. We got with the special guest. Make sure their calendars were clear, baby. We are going in with this part 2, no longer 2, but 1 divorce. And so they speak about their experience of their divorce. Listen tonight and you'll see why it is that we're doing this show. Okay, we're not promoting divorce, but you'll see. If you happen to miss out on last week's show, go to our YouTube page and you can watch us live because we did go live. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about today's topic real quick. It's funny how people want the title but don't want the responsibility. And so one of the common phrases that I used to hear growing up is, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen, right? And so this is what I was thinking about. And this is the question that I want to ask. For those of you who are married, you are married right now. I want you to ask yourself, how many people can look at your marriage as an example of what a marriage is supposed to look like, the way that God created and ordained marriage to be? Okay, now I understand. Y'all know me and my husband have been through some things in the earlier part of our marriage. But the question is, how many of you all can someone else look at your marriage? I ain't talking about how you faking it. You sitting there faking like you happy in marriage. I'm talking about generally in love. You happy. You look into your husband or wife eyes and it's like nobody else in the world exists. Good morning, Dalisha. Good morning, Cherie. How many of y'all can do that? I'm just asking, okay? And the reason why I ask is this. It is so many people who set up and you fake being happy in your marriage. You fake this, that, and the other. Oh, you want to be happy just so you can have the wet and you can have a ring on your finger, but you're not doing what it takes to actually have a happy marriage the way that God ordained for your marriage to be. All right? And so that's why I said, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. I'm not promoting divorce, but what I'm saying is do some work in your marriage. Why? And I'm probably going to say this tonight on the show. Because there are too many people, good morning, Sharita, there are too many people who you are living not as husband and wife the way that God ordained, but you are living with your husband or your wife as a roommate. You love to be able to flash your ring. You love to be able to say, oh, my husband or my wife, but you're not putting in the work. And that's what makes me mad, because everybody is putting in the work. Not everybody. Most people are putting in the work for everything else in their life, except for when it comes to their marriage. And I don't understand that. Look, this is just Shan. My husband know this. I'm not just going to set up in no marriage and pretend like I'm happy. How long is that supposed to last for? No, either we going to make this thing work. We're going to make it do what it do. We're going to allow our marriage to be the example for our children or whatever the case may be. I'm not going with the same old from my past. Oh, well, my mama and them didn't make it. And, well, my daddy and them, they've been in it 45 years. And, I mean, they unhappy, but they together. What sense does that make? That's like oil and water. That's like oxymoron. It makes no sense whatsoever. Now, let me switch to this. Lord knows I was trying to decide in my heart if I was going to speak about this because I'm so tired of hearing about it. But I'm going to talk about the Rona. Okay? That's what we call it. That's what we nicknamed it, people of color. We nicknamed it the Rona. So let me talk about the Rona real quick. So I prayed and I asked God. I said, God, okay, what are we supposed to learn? Because me and my husband are not operating in a spirit of fear. We know that God has us, or whatever the case may be. We're not sitting up here stockpiling a whole bunch of mess, whatever. We ain't falling for the foolery. That's what I'm going to say. And I ain't knocking anybody, you are. However, with the good old Rona, I'm going to ask this question, or I want y'all to think about this. I prayed to God and I said, God, what is it that you desire for us to get out of this, right? Now I want y'all to look at something, because God had put in my spirit in 2020, get back to the basics. Get back to the basics. At first, I didn't know what God was talking about until I was really spending time with him. I was getting into my word. But God, what he was trying to tell me about get back to the basics is get back to my children, get back to my marriage, making it a priority, spending time in my Bible, getting back with him. Okay? Okay, look at what's going on right now. I said, God, you know you something. Everybody wants to give credit to the devil, and everybody wants to think that the devil's busy. Now, I'm not going to say that the Rona is of God, and I'm not going to say it's of the devil. I don't know who behind the Rona, okay? But this is what I'm going to say. Look at it right now. What are they advising people to do? Stay in your homes. The kids are not going to school. Most people are not going to work. Good morning, Heather. Think about this. The Rona is causing people to get back to the basics. Now, this is something I'm going to talk about. Maybe you complained about it or whatever. I don't know if you did, but what's hurting my heart right now is, why is it that parents are complaining about having to spend time with their kids in the house? What am I going to do with them? Oh, I'm going to have to go to the liquor store. I'm going to have to get something to drink. I'm going to say it just like this. Are you freaking kidding me? That's what's, if we don't want the title, why are we not, especially those who call themselves children of the Most High God, why are you not happy that you are getting to spend more time with your children? That they not, don't put them on no doggone devices. Don't set them babies in front of the TV or whatever the case may be. Actually sit down and talk to your kids. Maybe you will learn something. And see, that's why I can understand why it is that these babies are going through in their life. Good morning, Leslie. Is because you have parents that don't even want to spend time with their doggone kids. But soon as your child do something good, soon as they make the honor roll, hey, what is it, Johnny Lee? I like your name. Soon as they make the honor roll, soon as they do something to make you look good, then you sitting up here with your chest puffed up, walking around as the proud parent, and you bragging. Are you kidding me? Do you even know what your child like nowadays? Good morning, Chris. Do you know what they like to eat? Do you know what they are into and things like that? But no, you love the title of mama and daddy, but you sitting up here complaining, and then the people got the nerve enough to put this crap on social media. I promise to God, I was like, it enraged me. And it lets me know, and I'm going to say it just like this. It lets me know what type of parents some of these individuals are. I dare not complain about my child and getting to spend more time with my child. You see what I'm saying? Because God forbid that my child was taken away from me tomorrow. Then those are the main ones, the biggest ones crying at the funeral, but you the same one that's complaining on social media that you got to spend the extra week. Oh, they go eat up all the food. What? My bills are going up. Congratulations, you a parent. That's what happened. And to be realistic, most of us can miss a couple of meals. I'm going to say a couple of few. Most of us can shed a few pounds. Maybe you don't need to eat as much. That's what a real parent do. They sacrifice and make sure their kids have it. They drink water. You see what I'm saying? So let me get to the husband and the wife. Let me talk about that. Some of y'all, what am I going to do? I got to spend an extra week with my husband or my wife. Are you kidding me? Are you honestly kidding me? See, think about it. I said, God, if you behind the Rona, thank you so much, God. Because one of the memes that I read said this. When they got the spouse that's going without sports, I bet y'all don't hear them them ESPN alerts going off now. Put your doggone phone down and spend time with your husband and your wife. Your kids grown and gone. You see what I'm saying? Then you need to spend time with them. What do your wife like now? You probably knew what she liked when you was dating her, sir, when you was trying to do the things that it took to get her, or, oh my God, I almost said something else. Okay, bring it down, Shan, let God rise up. When you was doing the things that it took to get with her, or let me say, do the horizontal tango with her. I was about to say something else. Let me keep it G-rated. But what does she like now? You was buying her flowers in the beginning, but what does she like now? Wives, what do your husband like now? You see what I'm saying? What is your husband into? What is the things that he like to do? You don't even know. Why? Because y'all too busy living in your marriage as roommates. So I like how God shut everything down if God is behind the Rona. How everybody have to get back to the basics. How you got to get reacquainted with your kids. How you got to get reacquainted with your husband and your wife. Because everything else, and see, God said that you can't work or you can work from home. Guess what? God has shut that job down. And he probably did it because you was making everything else your God. How many of y'all guilty of that? Oh, I can't be at church, or I can't get in my word because I gotta go work a job. And you making it seem like, oh, I got to go do this. God and shut that job down for an extra week or maybe a month. Oh, my kids, no, I got to go to, no, God and shut that thing all the way down. So instead of us sitting up here complaining about what's taking place, why don't we look at the blessing that we get out of this? Spending time with our children. When is the last time you look your children in the face? Some of y'all don't even know what your kids look like unless you showing a picture to somebody. This is my beautiful family. You ain't even sat down with your family. So quit being so quick to like the title, but you don't like the responsibility of being mom and dad. Quit being so quick to like the title of husband and wife, but you don't like the responsibility because y'all jokers don't even talk to each other in the house. You sit up here living as roommates, but you make sure you put your mask on when you got to walk up out of the house so you can fake it for people. I set up and ask all the time, and I pray that God is pleased with my marriage, that God is pleased with the way that I mother my children, that God is pleased with the wife that I'm being to my husband. Because see, it's not about Shan getting the glory, and that's where we mess up in our life. We too busy worried about us getting the glory. We too busy worried about us, the way people look at us. I gives John Brown, as my home girl has taught me when we was in Germany, I don't care how nobody look at me as a wife. Long as God is pleased and Kenya the king is pleased, then I'm pleased. And see, that's the thing. We got it backwards. And that's why God probably allowed the Rona to happen. If this is his will, it's because it's for us to sit down and think and get back to the basics. Some people was complaining about church. Let me talk about the church folks for a minute. Oh, we can't go into the house of God. But when you look at the scriptures, and I ain't saying nothing against church, because the church folks gonna get mad and click off. Remember, now I ain't the church folk. I'm the church, okay? Because hey, Janice, the Bible taught us that we, the people, are the church. But some people are too caught up behind the building. But baby, if you take it back to the scriptures and you take it back to the Bible, where would they have in church? You see what I'm saying? I don't know why that was just brought up in my spirit. Maybe that's why God wanted me to say that. We the people are the church. So with this good old Rona, when you sitting up in the house and you ain't got nothing else to do, dust off that Bible that you ain't dusted off in I don't know how long. Crack open that Bible. Get to that doggone Bible app that'll tell you that you ain't opened it in 156 days. Get into God's word and say, okay, God, ask the question, what is it that you want me to get out of this? What is it that you want me to get? Do you want me to spend more time with my kids? Because God, you already know that my lip gonna be poked out when my kids is walk across the graduation stage, because that's when it hit me. Oh my God, I should have spent more time with them. And then when they adult, you want them to spend more time with you. Baby, that's when they supposed to be out in the world living their best life for the things that you have trained them up to do, and whatever the case may be. So I know I done said a whole country mouthful on this morning, but I need us to be grown-up adults. I am so tired of seeing us quote-unquote adults sitting up here whining and complaining with what's going on in the world today. I highly encourage you, get back to the basics. Go before God. God, what do you need for me to do to have a better walk so people can see the light in me, since I call myself a Christian? You see what I'm saying? Not playing church, not playing Christian, but you actually walking and people can see your little light. How we used to sing, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Go ahead and pray to God, husbands. God, how is it that you want me to be? Now, you got me cooped up in this house with my wife that I ain't even had a whole conversation with her. How is it, God, that you want me to be? Wives, get before the Lord. Get down on your crusty knees and ask God and pray to him. Have some quiet time. How do you want me to be a wife? Husband and wife. God, whose life do you want our marriage to bless so that they will still have hope in marriage, and that marriage is good and not how the devil seemed for it to be, where the devil is telling people that they should just shack up and not even make a godly commitment to each other. They should just sleep together but not even make a godly commitment to each other. God, how is it that you want my marriage to be so that it could be an example to others and others would have hope that this is how you want marriage to be. God, what type of mother or father do you want me to be so I ain't got to set up here and be on social media playing mama and daddy like I'm super proud of my kid, but I ain't even had a whole conversation with them to see the things that they like. My child sitting in the closet, God forbid, suicidal right now, and I ain't even going in their room and sitting down on their bed and having a conversation with them, and they sitting in there contemplating suicide. Who am I talking to on this morning? See, we as people don't move until things bite us straight in our behind. Then when it hits home, then that's when you want to move. So I encourage you on today with this video to learn how to be proactive instead of reactive. And that's what's going on in the world today with the Rona, as we call it as black people. Too many people are being reactive. That's why you ain't got no groceries on the shelves and people buying up a million things, cases of toilet paper or whatever the case may be, because you reacted. But if you was proactive and you was taking care of your household, you wouldn't have to react. That's why me and Mr. King, we ain't camping out of no John Brown grocery store. Because let me tell you something. My husband is a country man, so worst come to worst, baby, he gonna be in somebody's fields hunting. He gonna be killing some deer meat and some wild hog, baby. He know how to grind it up, honey. He know how to bring the bacon to the table. You see what I'm saying? So we have all faith in God. No fear is which the devil is trying to instill. So, like this title say, it's time out. Most people want the title. You want the title of husband and wife, mom and dad, I'm a Christian, but you don't want the responsibility. So like the old folks say, if you can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen. Because I rather deal with people who can grind through what it is that they need to do instead of fakers. I don't even like fake cheese. I don't even like fake tissue, honey. Give me the Charmin. Don't give me that army tissue that we had to use that'll cut your behind when we go to the field. I don't know who I'm talking to on this morning. But I'm just saying, it's time out for play. This is what I believe God is trying to get us to see with the Rona, that it's time to quit playing. We need to get back to the basics. And your Jerusalem, your home, which is your first ministry, that is what is priority. You keep playing if you want to, and your wife gonna end up being somebody else's wife. You keep playing if you want to, and your husband gonna end up being somebody else's husband. Keep playing and see don't your children want to leave the house. So get back and get your Jerusalem in order, okay? And serve the Lord and go before God. It's time for us to be an example and quit playing. Y'all think this Rona is something? I believe that God is not well pleased, all right? So quit playing. Quit faking being a wife and you being a roommate and stuff like that. Learn to get that love and that fire back in your marriage, okay? So if y'all think this is something, baby, and y'all didn't watch the show from last week, honey, because the show from last week, I am not bragging. I'm giving all glory and honor to God, was fire. You heard me? Fire. Okay? If you missed out, y'all might want to, you can go to our podcast if you want to listen, but baby, if you missed out, you might want to go to our YouTube page, Marriage Mondays with the Kings, and find the video that says no longer two but one. We're going to have special guests, Rochelle Johnson and Shirley Latour, back on the show tonight because, baby, we're going to do a part 2, okay? So y'all have a blessed week. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Be a blessing to somebody and not a curse. Get your Jerusalem in order before something worse than the Rona come, okay? And y'all be a blessing, all right? And y'all have a blessed week. So God bless you and blessings to you.